Baby, 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 you don't have to go. Stay a little longer, baby. I want to talk to you just a little more. I can see the tears in your eyes start to fall, and you are wondering, am I for real? What y'all know about the originals? This is how I feel. Baby, I'm for real. Shit, don't come harder than that. Baby, I'm for real. You just don't see that four-part harmony anymore. Oh, do the commercial. See, I anointed everything. Guess we're gonna put it on the one, baby, on the one. You know how I gotta do it. It doesn't really want to play. Well, can't make it play. Excuse me. Give you the Argonite vibrations. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. Ugh, I'm already sneezing. That didn't help. All right, you're heavy. Well, greetings, power people. This is the Chocolate Mountain Show, and I'm your host, Big Pontiac, also known as Eight Wind, also known as the Time Lord. I am also the holder of the infinite sacred ball game created by the Hero Twins. And I am also your galactic daddy-o, welcoming all the chocolate mountaineers on my galactic patio from Minnesota to the universe. And tonight, going on a 3-day no beer fast, I guess. Just copper water every day. So, and I hit my bong right before I came on. Hit my bong before I came on. So pop them if you want them, smoke them if you got them. So who do we have here? Brother PJ, what is happening? Crazy Sarge, come on down. The price is right. Brother Lobo. D, what's happening? Did anybody just catch what Chris Paul said? Chris Paul said, we real players here. Did anybody just catch that? We real ball players. We real ball players. I couldn't believe the way he said it. It sounded like how they would make fun of the old dumb football players. We real players here. Anybody see that shit? We real players. Okay. What did he say about the gold? He's like, is this 24 karat gold? And he's like, is there some gold I don't know about? Is there some kind of other players we don't know about? They real players. Interesting game. Timberwolves had to have one tonight and dropped to Toronto. Yeah. They need every game to try to get away from the play-in, because the play-in is going to be a bitch. And they blew it. They blew it. So that was kind of my night. Divine networking, what's happening? Bucks head coach, you tired? Yeah, they gave it to Doyle. Or no, they gave it to Todd Bowles. Yeah, Todd Bowles, the old, when Bowles with the Jets? Yeah, they gave that job to Bowles. Todd Bowles got that job. Jordan Poole shot that half-court shot at the end. Yeah. He had a lot more time. And then they tried to give him excuse. You notice they tried to give him excuse? Well, he was trying to do a trick there, and the trick didn't work, and so that's what happened. So just forget he just didn't really try when they could have tried. CBT always talking that. Yeah. Hey, Pale Horse, what's happening? And he didn't really play very well. But it's entertaining how entertaining they let Green become. And that Crowder that's been all over about every team. Don't they got his card for every team? Ain't he the first NBA player to play on every single team? As I said, it's two or three of those types of players. It's almost like they get these dudes that, like Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is a prime example. Dude couldn't make any baskets. He, as a 6'7", 6'8", really forward, they let him be Defensive Player of the Year a couple years. But it was them dudes that don't have totally a lot of skill. I mean, I don't even know about Ben Wallace's skill. I wasn't that impressed with him. Was watching Celtics Heat game. The refs playing right before halftime. Celtics had no chance. It was a better game than damn Timberwolves losing to Toronto. They slipping the brothers in the head coach, huh? Yeah, Bowles got the job. They get it. He was defensive coordinator last year, so Bowles got the job. Crowder, damn, played for every team. I'm saying it's these cats that played for everybody. You turn around, it's the guy that played with the Timberwolves. Then he went to the 76ers. Now who's that dude play with? I mean, these dudes just be bouncing around the league. They call them journeymen. And I guess that would be if there was any knock on Kwame. Kwame would have had to be considered journeyman. But then again, so would Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose was kind of bouncing around the league too. But he had a decent season, a decent playoffs. And they act like some of these cats can't make the Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame is the basketball Hall of Fame. It ain't the pro basket. It's the Hall of Fame for all basketball. So you could see Jalen maybe as a college player making it. I don't know as a pro player. They slipping the brothers. So, I mean, it's more entertainment. That's all. And then the women, the women play Friday here. So I think my daughter and I are going to try to go downtown and check it out. I don't know if we're going to go to the game, but I think we're going to hit the convention center on Saturday and see what kind of little things they got going on there. They're probably giving the children T-shirts or some shit. So we'll go down there and check it out. It'd be all free. Pay for parking. That's all I'd have to do is drive downtown, pay for parking. So that's what's happening in this world. And it looks like my daughter's going to end up wearing glasses. That's kind of why I had to pick her up from school earlier today. Had to go pick her glasses up, and that was like a 2-hour affair. And I'll tell you, sometimes it's better to talk to moms because I almost made the mistake of having her mom or getting the glasses without her mom's approval. How about that? And soon as we FaceTimed her, the one that my daughter had picked out, her mother with like another, the shopping person or the glasses, not the optometrist, but the people that help fit you and all that shit. Her mother said a resounding hell no. So about the first 8 pair, her mother resounding hell no. And then finally she was like, get me a pair with this color, get me a pair of that color. And then the mom says, okay, those will work. And my daughter's like, yeah, I kind of like these too. Kind of funny. So yeah, played. Hey D, what's happening? He has played for 6 or 7 teams. Ben fell off quick. Yeah, because he wasn't that tall. Ben really wasn't that big a player. And he had a game of a 7 that couldn't score. But a legendary role player for sure. Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, he really, yeah. Starting role player. I'll say that with him. I mean, the one of the most fixed tournaments was when the Pistons beat them in 4. I mean, that made no sense. That the Pistons beat Shaq and Kobe in 4 made no sense. And I almost looked at that as what made me realize the first fixed NBA tournament or series that I realized was the Dr. J against Bill Walton. It was just as fixed as that. It was no way that team should have beat Kobe and Shaq. No way. If basketball is real, there wasn't enough talent there. I thought, and I've said this story before, I had to listen to I was coming back from doing games myself for game 1. So I was in my whatever vehicle I had when I lived in Michigan. And I was listening to the game and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they got to be joking. There's got to be some kind of joke that they even won 1 game. That team was weaker than Iverson's Philadelphia 76ers team, I thought. I thought Iverson's team was stronger than that team. And remember how they had LeBron James destroy that team with Chris Webber. Hey, the MacBone Files. What's happening? What happened to Prince? People forgot about him. He ended up on the West Coast. He's from LA, I do believe. And he ended up somewhere on the West Coast 5-6 years ago. So, but again, how many, like that was the Pistons' problem. How many people that ain't real scorers you going to have? They're supposed to be defensive stoppers, but not defensive stoppers that can hoop. So I thought Lakers was the first game in the last 4 straight. But yeah, it's like, they should not have lost to that team. That was a team they should not have lost to. That just wasn't believable. That wasn't believable. I used to go with his cousin. Is a Pacers fan. He can't watch that block he had on Reggie Miller. Lorenzo, what's happening? Thank you for joining me. Conspiracy, thank you for coming. Hear my son yelling. But thank you for joining the conspiracy. How you been? And high vibrations to everybody. Hope everybody is, the timing is perfect for you. Whichever you're trying to do. I hope this timing is best for you. But yeah, those are some of the series and some of the sports that you just like shaking your head like it's who really thinks this was real? I mean, it's no way this is real. So no way they beat them in 4 straight games. No way. No way that team was that good. But again, what did we talk about before? They didn't take Carmelo. They took that Mikolov, whatever his name was. They took him, and they was rewarded with a championship for not taking Melo. Isn't that some shit? You take a bench rider, a career bench rider, instead of a player that would have made a difference, and you get rewarded with the title. A player that didn't help you, a wasted pick in every way. No one gives him hell like they give Kwame Brown. That dude was the second pick. He was a bum. But nobody gives him hell about how much of a bum he was. And that dude was a bum. That dude, he achieved far less than Kwame Brown. Far less to be picked where he was picked. And nobody trashes him at all. It's like they try to erase him from history. They try to say Ryan Leaf was one of the worst busts. Not that dude. So do you see the narrative they put out there? You didn't hear Stephen A. Smith banging on the Pistons, banging on Joe Dumars for drafting him, because Joe was forced to draft him. I believe I forgot his name, but he played crazy till they saw me and my brother. Marcus the Great, what's happening? I had Heisman. I had a ball asking the past few days. The bitch was killed me. But my body feels cold. I had a boil raised the past few days. The bitch wants to kill me. I feel better. My body feels cold. Wow. Okay. Because MRSA can turn into boils. A lot of times MRSA come from boils. So yeah, don't let it turn into MRSA. Adam Morrison, Anthony Bennett were the ones worse than Kwame. Yeah. Adam Morrison. But Adam Morrison had good timing because he always placed himself with winning teams. And he has something like 4 or 5 rings. So he probably was a valuable practice part that could probably do the part of whatever defense, they wanted to get used to, because sometimes they have certain players that play the other team, and maybe he was a dude that did that well, and teams wanted those kind of services. If they had somebody running off screens or something and multi-screens, they had him. So I don't know. For some reason, he kind of hung on a little more. Now, Anthony Bennett, that one's a hard one. that's a hard one. Anthony Bennett is a really hard one because I watched him play at UNLV and he played well. And then they got in the tournament, and I really had them going a nice little bit because if you remember, I think they won their conference or they won the conference tournament. And I watched Anthony Bennett play for UNLV, and he had a nice all-round game. And then they got in the tournament, got beat in the first round, and I just couldn't believe it because he didn't do shit. And I watched that first round game. He just didn't do shit and never really saw the rest of his career. Because he played in the TBT a few years ago, maybe about 4 years ago, 4 seasons ago. He played on the the TNT tournament. What are the first basketball tournaments that will be? Trying to think. They'll sometime this summer, maybe right either before the NBA Finals or somewhere around in there. You'll see that coming up. But yeah, never. Didn't work on his game, obviously. Had a trouble with the weight, just like the big fella from Purdue did. When Sports Illustrated came out in 2014 with the Houston Astros on the cover. His baseball team, but still 17. Yeah. Yeah, we remember when they did that. With George Springer on the cover, won the MVP, and was why they won it. Yeah, they try to do the predictive programming. I'm not sure if Draco Malik ever started a game. Researcher, well, I don't think he did. I'd like to see the most minutes he played in the game. If it was like, what was it? Did they have a looking glass time machine? I don't know. Looks like time, the way time is. Hey, CME, how you doing? I just switched occupations. I've just switched accounts. Okay. I see. Okay, I see. Yeah. All right. Positive vibes. Hey, hard hitting. What's happening? Heavy fingers. People like messing with girls in the UFC basketball All-Star game this weekend. Oh, is it? Okay. Where's that at? Where are they holding it at? Seemed like I saw a commercial for it. Play for the $1 million in the TBT tournament, right? Yeah. They play for $1 million pot. Yeah, something like that. Yep. But that comes back to, like I was saying, we would play like everybody would put in 10,000, and depending on how many teams and how much we would win, and it was the same kind of deal. Now the TNT tournament, what's better with it is, all your expenses and stuff is paid. The tournament pays all that. But see, we used to have to pay the money for the tournament and pay for the rooms. Or have the people, pay their own rooms. But a lot of times, dude crying, talking about when we leave, they got the money. When we get there, well, I had to have some money to eat. Mug gonna keep some money to eat somewhere. But if your ass be sleeping outside, you still gonna be at a hoop good. Duke versus USC game, 1920. Took 103 years to face in the NCAA tournament. Coach K can get his 102nd win versus UNC. That's a good point. Yeah, that's the one. Because if he wins it all, it's 103 or 13. He was getting minutes for the Wolves. He was getting minutes for the Wolves. I don't say a lot. I don't remember him even being here. I don't even think I noticed. Hey, nothing but truth. What's happening? I don't even remember him being here. Duke is super lock. I think so too. I think everybody's looking at Coach K. I call it the John Wooden ritual. That's really what I call it. This is the John Wooden ritual. And Draco got picked second. Let you know that how they started the agenda to push the foreign players. Remember, Yao Ming came in '04 to rival Shaq. I don't know if he ever rivaled Shaq, but he was definitely a creation. And as I said before, Shaq being that big never had the foot problems that them cats had. So, like, how is it that all these same bigger people have the same foot problem? It's almost like they have a related condition. Are they related, but a related condition? What are the odds that basketball players over a certain height in different builds end up with the same kind of problems? So I think that's kind of a little strange. Fourth NCAA tournament appearance, championship game for 4K on the 44th day of the year. There you go. Yeah, and the women play Friday, Sunday. And you see it's a couple NBA games. I think 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday maybe. So they going to wait till them big games get over, though. Because most people going to be into college. College kills the NBA this time of year. You can believe Monday, all eyes on college. Especially if it's Duke, Villanova, Duke, Kansas, all eyes on college. Now, as far as that second game, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised they put Villanova in that second game. I think Villanova would be a stingier defense than Kansas. That's what I think. I think it would be a better defensive team, not necessarily a better offensive team, if Villanova makes it in there. I think Villanova will be better defensively than Kansas would. So we'll see what they get. Hard to really pick that one other than, Villanova's Final Four, 3 out of 4. And I think, as Zach Hubbard would say, Villanova is probably another Jesuit school. They seem to control basketball. The one, my Tar Heels about to shoot a K party down, folks. We spoiling this shit. I expect some controversy. There you go, the one. I got Kansas over Nova. I guess I haven't really proclaimed. I don't know. I say if they go with the history guideline, then it would be Kansas, because Kansas connected to the cat that invented basketball, Dr. Naismith. So that would be my only pause to give it to Kansas. Again, Villanova's a better defensive team, I think. So if Duke plays either team, I'm picking Duke. But if North Carolina plays Villanova, I think North Carolina will beat Villanova. I think it'll be revenge. They'll reward Davis kind of as a revenge way. But again, Davis just making the Final Four is history. The Final Four makes a successful season. So my guess is it's going to be Duke and Kansas is my guess. I guess that's who I'm kind of declaring tonight, Duke and Kansas. And I would say, I'm going to just say Duke and Kansas because I think they're going to play the weaker defensive team. They're going to make it easy as possible. But it should be a good game between Duke and Carolina. It should be a good game, too. Should be an excellent game, I think. So it'll be cool to enjoy it. Coach K, get the Hollywood story time. That's kind of what I'm looking at, too. That's what I'm thinking. Duke versus Kansas, like in 91 with Coach K was his first title. Yeah, I know you've been saying that. Yep. They say right after UNC beat Duke, they want their revenge. Yep, I remember them saying that. And they was like the Timberwolves can play to get out of the play-in games, but the announcers was like, but they're already selling play-in tickets. Then the other announcer changed the subject. Duke has 5 freshmen. They the Fab Five this year. They have the same after Bama beat Georgia. Kind of, yeah. Kind of the same kind of thing again. Yep. Got a veteran squad. Tar Heels got a veteran squad. Yeah, but Duke got the top player of the year or the top player of the tournament. NCAA Red Coach K's last home game for UNC. Yes, he did. I agree. Time for revenge. Tar Heels don't have a deep bench. I don't think they're going to need it. I think them ones playing. Well, okay, he said Tar Heels. One of Villanova's starters tore his Achilles. Yeah, sure did. He had a great game and tore his Achilles. This year, he was asked about winning it all for him after the last week. Yeah, I saw him, that boy. They showed it. You could see the knot. Like they showed the back of his leg where the knot, and you could see where he was tearing it. And he wasn't moving too well. Yep, he was not moving too well. Yeah, top freshman in the country, huge difference. And Chris Webber and them damn near did it.
Oh, it's a nice little setup.
Yeah, and you just couldn't wait, huh?
No.
Like you had a whole hour ago.
I just ate like 2 hours ago.
Okay, well, you could have waited till I was done to run that noise.
Mike does 2 hours?
Yeah. Mike does pick that shit up. Top freshman in the country, huge difference. It's kind of loses weight and cramps every game. What kind of? Loses weight and cramps every game. I guess if you don't get hydrated enough, you start cramping. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Good sport weekend. I mean, really, I don't know if people enjoy seeing the women play. UConn has Paige, that's from this area, and they got another freshman girl that I think is in that commercial with Iverson where they're doing the face like this. I think the freshman, and I could be wrong, but I thought the other girl that's with Drew or with Blue on the exercise track, whatever it's called, treadmill. I think she's the other guard for UConn. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looked like her. John Schreier will be Duke's next coach. John Schreier, okay. I know they said they had kind of a transition already. All-time NCAA national games. They become 6-6. Coach Cole gets his 6 after making the record-breaking Final Four appearance. 6 prime. Okay. Yeah, he ain't gonna catch John Wooden. He ain't gonna catch John Wooden. The dude who sits right beside home on the bench will be the coach for Duke. Okay. They probably got associate head coach. That's the name he got. Fod got the ratchet. Fud, she got the ratchet. Her jumper lined up. Her jumper lined up. What's her name? Ozzy Fudd. Okay. Okay. But UConn looked good. Paige looked good for having her freaking leg broke a few months ago and had her leg broke. She looked damn good. It's like, okay. I thought she was moving, and shoot, she hit like 6, 7 in a row. She got hot on them. But you could see the way they kept doing the overtime game. Again, they called that last timeout to put the game in overtime, and just hit a miracle shot again that put the game in overtime. Like this is some bullshit. So that was interesting watching that last night. Coach K about to get his 10th national championship appearance. Okay, he'll get the appearance, not tied of wins though. I'm glad. Looks like don't get many left. He was looking all sad and crying after he lost to UConn. Yeah. Oh, Gino. Yeah. I caught that too. He was very emotional after the game. NC State. Yeah, NC State is nice as well. I agree. I watched them hoop. They could hoop. They will be back to back. Yeah, it was a good game. It's going to be a good game Friday too. That should be a fun, good game on Friday as well. They'll make it entertaining because that's what it is. It's entertainment. Caught a little bit of the rerun or the newest episode of Snowfall. It's interesting the way they're trying to keep you interested to how the government is selling dope. So that tells you that when they don't care, that they put the shit on TV that they were selling dope. When J. Edgar Hoover, he probably twirling in his grave if he would have known that any government agency had something to do with bringing cocaine in. And even when they got caught and they blamed it on Oliver North, nobody said Ronald Reagan did anything. Ronnie put his foot in the nigga's ass, Reagan. Remember, he was the one that went to war also with the Panthers. A lot of that shit came from Ronnie Reagan. And remember, people like that. And Ronald Reagan, if y'all remember that Dakota series or Fargo series, when they did with the one with Ian McEwan or whatever his name is, the Star Wars dude. Remember, he was driving the vet in the snow out in Fargo. He's driving the vet, through the snow-covered streets because he's too stupid. They're gangsters that some kind of way think they can drive a vet in the wintertime. But anyway, that show. Which I forgot my point. I forgot the point why I brought up that show. Watch entertainment, expect controversy. That's a good one. Yep, that's a good one. Duke will tie UNC in championships. Duke will tie UNC in championships. Duke will tie UNC in championships. What? No. Oh, 4-4. No, it's 5. I thought Coach K had 5. Duke becomes 6-6. Blue Devils equals 6-6. Okay. Tar Heels all day. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it'll be the Tar Heels or not. We'll see if it'll be the Tar Heels. But I don't know. I think that I really think that it's the John Wooden. It'll be hard for me not to imagine that it's not John. That they're not going to let Coach K. And I don't think they're going to let Davis win it on his rookie year. I mean, it's quite an achievement going to the Final Four as a first-year coach. Oh, you guys, did y'all check this out? Oh, here it is. What's his name? Here we go. Did y'all see that St. Peter's coach got a 6-year deal with Seton Hall? Did y'all check that out? What's his name? But today he left St. Peter's and he took the job. He got a 6-year deal at Seton Hall. Yeah, Shaheem Holloway. Yep. He left St. Peter's, and I called that one. I said he's the new Shaka, whatever Shaka was that's in Marquette now. He's the new him. Remember how he was at Richmond and, he couldn't do it down in Texas, but Shaheem Holloway is at Seton Hall. Got the 6-year deal today. So I don't know if anybody peeped that out today. That came out earlier that he got the job. Got a bright future because they made it to the Final Four and their coach as a rookie. Yeah, absolutely. It'll help with recruiting. And it'll help Duke too, but it's definitely gonna help with recruiting. So that's what it's about. I'm sure it won't be the first. I mean, Dean Smith was the one who couldn't win the big one for a long time. That's what he was looked at until Michael Jordan. He was looked at as the coach who couldn't win the big one. And he only won. And I mean, the second one that Dean Smith won with Montrose, come on. Nobody believed that Carolina team was better than the Fab Five. They weren't. A bonehead play saved them. So, yeah, recognize that. Oh, my goodness. Been sneezing all night. Hubert Davis in the truth. St. Peter's made $1 million for this tournament, at least $1 million. Yep. Hubert Davis is the truth. Do you remember Barbara Turner from UConn? Kinda. Yeah, I think I do. Barbara Turner I think so. Gardazoma always checks they play in a weak conference. When they play real competition, they lose. I don't know. They played everybody this year. They played a little bit of everybody. Hey, Siova, what's happening, man? Thank you for joining me. I don't know. Some of them early games with Gonzaga, they played some of them early season games. Teams are seeing that before you go into conference, you got to play some real teams, and St. Mary's had a decent team. They didn't really do well in the tournament. They picked St. Peter's to do well instead of St. Mary's. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Some of those beginning games, they played good teams at the beginning of the year. Remember, they lost in the third or fourth week. I think they lost. Gonzaga lost before league play, and they was picked number 1. Yep. Reagan is a legend in my eyes. Reagan is a legend. Okay. Reagan killed the Unions. Duke beat Gonzaga in the regular season. Yeah. I think that was the first game of the year, or first national televised game of the year. Where is my napkins? See how long I can hold this sneeze off. Struggling. I'm struggling. Here, give me a second. There we go. Oh. Oh. What do you say? This one beat Gonzaga in the regular season. Yankees is due for a World Series. We'll see. And as I said, if anybody didn't catch me earlier, what I said about the Twins game today. So bases loaded, guy comes and hits a pretty well. Excuse me. Hits it kind of not too deep center field, but like quite a bit behind second base. And instead of the runner being holding on third, no, he was keeping his lead. When the dude when you really trying to score, you run back to third and you sit on the base and you look to see if he scores, if he catches the ball. And then you as soon as he catches it, he can't beat you. You're closer than he is. He has to throw the ball a specific mile an hour to get you out. So the odds was good, but no, the player waited. And then Buxton he waited on 3 pitches that were bad pitches and didn't swing. The one that would have got the ball, walked in a run, he swung at. And then he fouled another one away. And then the player does something like this, which, I mean, could be it's 2 outs, everybody run. But to me, it looked like he was signaling he about to hit here. And sure enough, he hit a grand slam in the preseason game. And they was up like 9-2 or 3, something like that against Pittsburgh. So let's see. Yankees is due. Twins are good. Now you think, well, we'll see. We'll see how good they are. They've got, I mean, if Buxton can stay healthy, they'll definitely compete in the Central. But it's a matter if he can stay healthy. Got a bunch of hitters in the lineup, like they were saying. The dude who hit 7th today, when he was with his other team, he was hitting 4th or 5th, and he has so many good batters in front of him. This good batter might end up being 6th, 7th hitter. So the American League, well, both leagues now are going to have the DH, which it should have been like that. I know baseball purists disagree, but it's like telling a quarterback he also got to kick field goals, or telling a quarterback he also got to play DB. It's almost equal to that. It is almost equal to that. So that's why I'm not really with it. The playoffs are expanded. Well, they're trying anything to keep baseball relevant. Baseball is like football has a lot of casual fans because of men and women becoming casual fans. I don't see that as much in baseball, the casual female fan. Football kind of goes back into if a woman liked her high school team, she liked the college team, and then she has a pro team. I mean, you kind of see a thing where if women really have no boyfriend or family that really like baseball, I mean, just being a fan of the state, maybe, I think that's kind of what my daughter and her mother fall under, just being a sports fan, a sports fan of the state teams. But a lot of people just casually, like I'll tell you, it was one season I had free tickets almost every Wednesday, and couldn't get anybody to go with me. So I would, like, every Wednesday I think it was $1 hot dogs and $1 or $2 beers. So it was a great little deal, and couldn't hardly get anybody to go with me. Well, most of the time I went by myself, and it is just so relaxing to sit on a hot summer day, early summer, late spring day, and just be outside, enjoy a game. I mean, if you have a couple drinks early, by the time the game ends 2 days later, you'll be pretty, you'll be pretty sober. So, what'd you say that the NBA is dying? NBA is dying. Need new net Lakers finals. KD LeBron, the new magic bird of the decade. Yeah, kind of building into that. Reagan was holding straight drop on live TV. Reagan was holding straight drop. Reagan they say he got hit by a ricochet bullet. The dude missed him, but a ricochet, which sounds like a story, but that's what they said. Whoa. Guys, I'm going to have to cut this short. I am sniffing and snorting, and that's not very attractive. So please forgive me. Please forgive me because I'm sniffling and snorting. I will try again on tomorrow night. Don't know what happened, why I'm so sniffling and snorting. So if you don't mind, I'll read the divination now. Manic, which is blue. That's the color I wore today. Grass, deer, completion, getaway, opening, beauty, identification, dance, mantra, divination, acting, as if, spiritual tools, priestess, tsunami or hand, number 7, mystic power, magnetic blue is the color, dogwood is the herb, blue aster is the flower, flower essence is Median, scent is sandalwood, stones is blue moonstone, and blue sapphire, blue quartz, blue calcite. It's a water element. Direction is the west. Issue of completion, things to come on too much, feeling inadequate, pressured, or scattered. Issues of acquiring tools, thinking the tool has the power. Shadow transformation, becoming aware of your resistance and distractions. Learn to finish what you start and taking satisfaction in each step along the way. Use commitment, focus, attention, and openness. Help you complete, experience yourself as a tool of light. Harmonic wisdom is the resolution. Mantra, hands out on both sides. Let me see if I can. So hands out at the ear level with thumb and finger pointing to O. So hands out on both sides of the head, ear level, forearms perpendicular, with thumb and forefinger forming an O. Thumb and forefinger. Forefinger forming an O. I am by thinly veiled design a threshold to other dimensions. Affirmation, I am complete, I am open, I am one with the light. Oh my goodness. I don't know, about an hour ago I started sneezing, so I don't want to see too nasty to everybody. Like this nasty motherfucker sniffing on every other word. Local bee honey helps with the allergies. Okay, thank you. And I got pills. I have pills too, and just seems like this late, some nights they don't work. I can't really think of what triggered me though. I just started sneezing about an hour ago. Because I take some strong stuff, and I take Flonase, but sometimes it don't work. MVP stats are so confusing. No, not really. If you know how to score a game, it's not that confusing. I learned how to do that as a boy. It's a couple things that have changed for the more modern game, but way you score a game is, kind of easy. It's funny, if you watch Bingo Along in the Traveling All-Star Games, Richard Pryor tries to explain how batting averages was calculated, and he did some math, and he gave the math, and he's like, yo, see, my batting average would be 25. He's like, wait a minute, that ain't good. I mean, it's just funny if you catch that little bit about Richard Pryor trying to explain baseball batting averages. But it's funny, if you see the most out of shape looking athletes play baseball, and it makes you wonder how these dudes that don't really do much get hurt so much. Like, I understand when Braxton got hurt and got hit in the hand with a baseball. That's understandable. But it would almost seem like now the players would automatically wear padded gloves like in hockey when they bat. I don't think it would be that much. And it is one dude, I think, in the league that doesn't wear gloves. But I don't think it would be that much more weight to give baseball players padded gloves, because what happens when they break their hands? When they get hit with baseballs and then they try to bring them back with their hands, they wear a padded glove on their batting glove. Seems like that should be a natural. I would almost damn say all their fingers should be padded. All their fingers should probably be padded too. So it's a completely padded glove. Make it lighter, make it where they can still grip the bat. That would be a safety issue to me. Indigenous name for a time walker. Is there an indigenous name for the time walker? No, not really. There really is not. The way it was given to Meredith Quinn, that's what it was called. Really was an indigenous name. I'll go over them again tonight to see if I can find. But yeah, as far as I know, no, I haven't found any indigenous name for it, other than it being passed from Sioux to Sioux. Seems like that's one thing that the information was passed from Sioux to Sioux for some reason, and pretty much lost. Not practiced, and I mean, I don't imagine now, but I mean, people read it, and they didn't interpret. They didn't open up Mexico the way it opened up for me. So people read it, had their own interpretation. All right, guys, I'm gonna read more. I'm gonna have to get off for tonight so I can blow my snoot. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Samora, it all starts with a gentle sadness. They came from their original homeland. They knew that they had an exact number of years and days before they would disappear off the earth as a culture and a lifestyle. But the civilization would build to a gentle love. They lived in the Creator's day and knew how to separate cycles in the great serpent, otherwise known as the Milky Way. And again, remember, to all my relations, all my friends, all that watch, whoever watch, remember, I am a reflection of you, which another way of saying it is that I am another yourself. And as you lay in your creation ball field, call a bed, may you rest well with the hero twins. And remember, love is just is. So sorry I had to cut it short. I'm sniffing and snorting. This has been the Sniffling and Snorting Hour. I have been your host, main sniffler and snorter. But thank you guys for understanding. I should be Responsible Daddy Hour tomorrow. Definitely should be on. So look for me then. And till we meet again, say less. Oh my God.